the show. Well, listen, we all know the start of the new year is a time when a lot of people set some fresh goals that they want to accomplish. But did you know that for some people, making those New Year's resolutions can maybe be making you unhappy?
Our next guest believes we should ditch the resolutions and focus on a reverse bucket list instead. Here to tell us what that means is award-winning journalist Jennifer Moss. Welcome back to the show.
So glad to be back. I mean, if I can start with the first question, why is it, Jennifer, that for some people, setting those resolutions can actually be making you not happy?
Well, I think all of us know that these resolutions tend to be on repeat. So we say the same things every single year. Actually, the 4 most popular resolutions are lose weight, exercise more, save money, and quit drinking. And so, and I think even in the pandemic, quit drinking is really exponentially increased. And so what we're finding is that every single year when you have the same things on your list, you feel like you're not really effective at setting goals and accomplishing them. And so that, that really makes it so that we're gonna be more likely to fail, and also that we make them so big. A lot of us want to do all of these goals all at the same time. So, all of a sudden we're gonna change overnight, we're gonna lose weight, we're gonna save all of our money, we're gonna stop drinking, and that makes it too big not to fail. And that's where we start to feel a lack of well-being.
Okay. So why is it so hard for us we start off with so much hope, and then why is it so hard to stick?
Well, and I know this too, because for a long time I did set these goals, and it is good to have lofty goals. It is good to set expectations, but we want to make sure that we're not getting stuck, in this idea of trying to accomplish everything at once. Our brains are actually not good at creating habits. We're not really good at it. Dr. Philippa Lally, great researcher, she focused on habit forming and how long it takes for us to form a habit. Everyone says it's the 21 days. It's actually a total myth. On average, it takes 2 months, but when she actually, did the research and looked into how easy it is to form a habit, some people are really good at making habits. And she found that some of those subjects were like 12 days to get to a habit, but most people are around 8 months. And so this idea of us taking 8 months to form this habit, no wonder we feel in the first month while we're dropping our goals, because we can't get into a subconscious state of actually just habituating to it. And so that is a really big problem.
Okay, so let's ditch resolutions for the sake of this conversation. And you say a reverse bucket list is the way to go. I don't even understand what that means. So just define it for us.
Well, we know the bucket list. There's the movie, all the things that we want to accomplish. And so we set this plan. And some people do these bucket lists every year, all the goals that I'm going to accomplish. Well, this is actually going back and reflecting on what we already accomplished. And so celebrating over the last year, all the lessons, all the things we learned, buying the house and being really excited about doing that, but also those other types of intrinsic goals, our internal goals, like I called my mom more, or I, listened more, I slowed down, I was less about FOMO. So these internal, external goals that we celebrate so that we're not constantly in this forward thinking motion and feeling like we're not actually achieving those goals that we're constantly setting up and failing.
Okay, there's talking and then there's doing. So shall we go through this exercise IRL in real life?
I'd love
Let's go over to the easels. We're gonna do this exercise with you, Jennifer. So what we're gonna do is do this reverse bucket list, okay? So where shall we begin?
Well, I love it. So the reverse bucket list is great because it also should inform our resolutions. Resolutions and bucket lists don't necessarily have to be ignored. We can put them together. And the idea is, okay, so start with the accomplishments that you're most proud of from your last year. So write a couple of those down. Say 2 things down that you're really proud of from last year.
Accomplishments that we're proud of.
Yes.
Okay, so just because the teacher and me.
Yes, so you
proud
just have to write.
in 2022.
Oh my God, I just went right into it. I meditated a lot daily. I moved, I'm just gonna keep this going. Daily, look at my lefty awkward writing. And then for me, parenting was a huge one because I was a solo parenting for part of the summer while my partner was away. So accomplishes, check, check, check.
This is so great. I love the moved piece because when we're talking about our bucket list or when we're talking about our resolutions, we often talk about losing weight. But if we just move more, that should be the accomplishment versus the losing weight or the exercising more, just moving. So again, that's why this informs our, our resolutions. And so the next one, we're going to talk about the stuff that maybe we weren't so proud of. Like some of the things that were lessons, but
Okay.
maybe we want to kind of leave behind.
Okay, do you want to go? You
Yeah,
write yours
well,
down.
perfectionism.
Okay, good.
Right? That's my Achilles heel. And yet, even though I'm a perfectionist, I also, I was still stuck with procrastination. Procrastination at some points.
This is very hard for me. For me, it's I'm gonna just say it.
Procrastination.
Forget it.
I called mine procrastination.
It's all right. It's good. For me, it was mindlessness, overscheduling, and unnecessary self-criticism. I am letting those go behind me in 2023.
I
Letting
love
them go.
that.
Yeah.
Way better than a resolution. I love that.
Right?
Okay, so now just write or say a couple of the goals that you want to make sure that you add to your list.
I'm not
for
going to write it
next
down. I'm
year.
just going to say it because we
Be
ran out of time.
present. Be present.
More pleasure.
Yeah,
That's it.
I love that.
Period. Jennifer,
I
we
love
ran out
that.
of time. We definitely need to hear more from you about
Yes,
this. I love this idea.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us and
Thank
helping us
you.
create our own, inspiring other people to do the same. We're going to be right back.
Hey there! Wasn't that great? Do you know where you can find some equally good content? Our YouTube page. It's filled with discussions, debates, and some laughs. Head there now, like and subscribe.